Today we'll be continuing on from the last video and wirelessly scanning an image using image capture. Image capture is located in the applications folder and can be opened by double clicking it. When the app opens, it should start automatically previewing your document, but if it doesn't, then look over to the left next to shared and you should see the number 1. If I hover my mouse over it, I can select show and my printer appears for me to choose. Then I just need to hit show details down here. This will start creating a preview for you to see your document. So let's go through the options section. First, we have scan mode, and this is to select where you want to scan from, the flatbed or the feeder. Next, we have kind. Mine is set to color, but from this menu, you also have the option to scan in black and white or text, which generally makes things darker so they are easier to read. Then we have resolution. In my opinion, if you are saving a document to a device, then leave this on 1 or 200, but if you plan on printing, then choose 300 or higher. The higher this number, the bigger the file size is going to be, so consider storage in this case. Next we have the size in inches, which is great if this is how you operate, but if you don't, then uncheck this use custom size box and you'll have access to all the usual presets you might expect. And we also have the orientation options too. If I was to hit scan now, my postcard would appear as an upside down image on an A4 sized page, which I don't really want. So I'm going to recheck the use custom size box, go into the auto selection drop down menu and select detect enclosing box. In doing this, the scanner automatically detects the image and draws a box around it, so that when I hit scan, only the contents of this box will be captured. But before we do that, I can fix the orientation of the image by hovering the mouse over this handle until it turns red. Then by holding down my mouse button, I can maneuver the body until the head is at the top of the image, meaning that when we scan, this will represent the top of the document, also making it straighter in the process. When you're happy with the orientation, release the mouse button. You can also adjust the size of the box in the same way, using the handles around the outside. When that's done, we need to decide where to save this document. So in Scan 2, my Pictures folder is selected, but I always like to save things to my desktop, so we'll go into the drop-down menu to select it. The next section is for naming the file, however, I'm going to leave mine as Scan for today. Then we have Format. JPEG is selected, but if you go into this drop-down menu, you can see all the usual choices. I'm going to choose PNG for today. Last, we have Image Correction. If we go into this drop-down menu and select Manual, the adjustments will become available. They work in the usual way, however, if you get lost in this process, or change your mind, you can just hit Restore Defaults and you are back to your original settings. Now, if at any stage you wanted to change the image in the scanner, you can just hit Overview and it will rescan your document and you can go through the same processes as before. I'm happy with everything, so we'll now hit Scan. And as you can see, the image we just created is on my desktop. And if I double click it, it opens in preview as just the image, without the white A4 background and in the correct orientation. If you saved your document to somewhere less easy to reach than the desktop, you can use this results window to access your image quicker by double clicking the thumbnail. And like before, it opens in preview. So that was how to scan a document in image capture. Check out my next tutorial where I will show you how to scan multiple documents into one PDF using image capture.